Spotlight. I'm Pastor Dan, and I'm just having fun telling stories. These are moments that have been rich to me. Teams of people that have gone. We've taken, I'm sure, 1,000 people over the years. Some people have gone over and over. It's like the Bible puts altars where God has done certain things in your life. These are some of my altars. We've done many times a place called Mindanao, and we're going again this fall, September. It's a huge island down at the bottom of the Philippines, and it's just bursting with baptisms. It's hard work still, but you can win people there. We've gone to a place called General Santos several times, done like stadium-wide crusade and a central church. We've had some pretty special moments down there. I'll tell you one, we got there, we had sent our builder over, Josh Tamifuna, early, and when he met us at the airport, he said, Pastor Dan, this church needs to be, we need to do this church. We hadn't planned on it. And so I said, okay, we'll go look at it. So we drove out there. It had been destroyed by a typhoon or tornado, I think. Tornado, I never heard of tornadoes there. But it was down to just some of the blocks, little village. So we thought, well, let's try to help. So we scraped together, I think, $3,000 to do the slab. So Josh, my sons, all the people who went to do that were all there. So they worked to do that slab, and then you got to let it cure 3 or 4 days. I forgot all about it. I'm preaching. We've got many other projects, and we have 100 people there working hard. So we finished the big crusade. We had the baptism out in the ocean. Many stories could tell you about that. Many of our helpers got baptized too out there because it was heavy waves, and that was quite an experience. Anyway, 5,000-6,000 people in the stadium for the final Sabbath service. And then we kind of played for a couple days, and at the end of those 2 days, we're getting ready to pack up and go home. And they said, Pastor Dan, I want to show you one thing. Get all your guys together and let's go. So all the people that had helped do that slab got in a car, and they said, we're going to show you something. So we got dressed up in our nice Philippine clothes, and we drove out 7:30, 8 o'clock. We got to this place, little tiny place, and it's kind of sprinkling a little. And we came around the corner, and here was this place that the last time I saw it had been a few blocks left over from the tornado. And here was a church. Here was a church that they had built in a week. The president of that mission, after helping us during the day, helping us with our crusade at night, then he would go out there late at night, and they had hung lights, and they had worked day and night. And the church was up. It had paint, it had plaster, it had floor, tile, it had pews, it had fans, it had electricity. The fans were going. It wasn't done, but it was up. And they were putting the glass panel up in front that has the church logo on it. Unbelievable. And then they ended up calling it the New Garden Grove Church because we were from Garden Grove at the time. In less than a week. Because we did the cement, 3 or 4 days for it to cure, and in 5-6 days they had put up that church. Great story. It's been a rocky road to try to have a pastor there and get members, and it hasn't been smooth. But it's going, and that president is one of the greatest human beings I've ever worked with. It's just a leader, powerful, passionate. And he went from there to become the union president, doing all kinds of great things. And he just got elected a few weeks ago to be the division president for SSD, the division there outside Manila. Another crusade that we did is in a place called Dipolog. Now we're more recent. This is a couple of years ago, just before the virus came. We didn't get the best deal. They didn't get a building downtown. This is in what they call Western Mindanao, that southern island. But great president, powerful people. We had many sites spread out everywhere. But at the last minute, my music wasn't able to come. And we just had a tough music situation. People really didn't know what they were doing, didn't know our theme songs, difficult. So finally, we called everywhere. Come on. Finally, then by Thursday night, we had 2 music groups with nothing to great. Now we had almost like a competition, each one trying to sing their best songs, 1, 2 songs, and then this song. By Sabbath afternoon, it was an hour-and-a-half music festival like nothing you've ever seen. It was fantastic. And we're asking both those groups to come again this September. So finally came time for the baptism. They're bringing all the sites together, 2,000 people on Sabbath. And then we went for the mass baptism. But not everyone came at the same time. And I'm in the water. We would baptize a busload or 2, all of us in there, and then it would kind of be done, and people went to eat, and then another bus would come. And I had never changed. I'd get back in the water, baptize another group. And finally, it was over. We thought it was no more. Several hundred been baptized. So I finally went to eat also when one more came. We've been praying for him. His wife had been praying. His son had been praying. But he hadn't come. And here he came. And I said, I'm still willing. And I got back in the water and I baptized one more. Jesus died for him. Never forget that moment. God bless. This is Spotlight. Thanks for being with us. Thank you for watching Spotlight. We're so excited about this. We hope that you'll subscribe and so you'll get all of them. And please just forward it on to others and tell other people about it. And let's just see what kind of an audience we can get for these messages of Spotlight.